Welcome back. Now that we have defined what is the stock market, one might wonder who all actually trade in the stock market. Now, there are various types of investors and traders who trade in the stock market. These can be broadly divided into two categories based on the quantum of their investment and also based on the complexity of their investment strategy. Now, these two categories are the retail investors and the institutional investors. Let's look at them one by one. Retail investors are essentially individuals with surplus savings in their personal account. They either trade based on their own analysis or they may trade on basis of recommendations from various financial intermediaries like stockbrokers or research analysts. Now, retail investors usually do not follow a very complex investment strategy. Also, the quantum of investment made by any single retail investor is very low when compared to institutional investors. Also, retail investors may not necessarily have all the resources and time to do a thorough study of any investment idea before making an investment decision. This is probably the single biggest reason why most of the retail investors do not end up making a lot of money in the stock market. Essentially, many retail investors come in with a mindset that they can just buy and sell some stocks and make quick money. This strategy, as many people find out after losing a lot of money, just doesn't work. Stock investing requires considerable amount of hard work and commitment in order for it to be profitable in the long run. We'll provide guidance on this aspect of stock investing throughout this course. For now, let's just move to the next category of investors or traders. Now, these are the institutional investors. Now, institutional investors may be corporates, banks, government organizations, mutual funds, insurance companies, pension funds, and other such entities. Now, institutional investors are considered to have specialized knowledge and skills in investing. Now, institutional investors, as a rule, do a lot of research and due diligence before making an investment. They may also frequently deploy complex investment strategies and try to achieve superior returns using derivatives. Also, the quantum of investments made by institutional investors is large as they have access to large amounts of capital. This is so because most of these investors pool financial resources from many individuals and entities. For example, mutual funds collect money from a wide range of individuals in order to manage it in accordance with a particular investment objective. Similarly, insurance companies collect insurance premiums from a diversified group of individuals in order to provide insurance cover. The idea is that ultimately only a few individuals from this group would require compensation for loss due to death, disability, or accident. In the meanwhile, the insurance company collects premium from a much larger group of people. These premiums result in a corpus that has to be managed in order to meet future insurance claims. Now, in order to manage this corpus, institutional investors employ fund managers with considerable experience and skills. These fund managers are supported by a dedicated team of research analysts and traders who devote their entire time to this activity of investing. Hence, institutional investors often deploy complex investment strategies and achieve superior returns.